Hi everyone, this is Anne, and I've received several requests to do a video on how I cut my hair at home. So I just want to tell you I am not a professional hairstylist. This is just what I do at home to trim up my hair, and I am growing out my hair a little bit, so I don't do too much to it. And I did just cut it about a week ago, but I received more requests to do this, so I thought I would just come on and show you what I do. So I start out with just trimming up the length, and I just divide my hair into two straight down the back and try to have two equal parts of my hair. And if you're taking off a lot of length, then I cut straight across and then go in and point cut. But if I'm just trimming the ends, I tend to only point cut them. And all I do is, because I like it shorter in the back and then angled down in the front, I take a little bit of the back section and just comb through it, pull it down with your fingers, and I kind of fan it out just slightly. And then anywhere that's longer, I just point cut up to cut off a little bit of length. And then I move on to the next section, and I do grab a little bit of the area that I just cut so that it's blended in with what I'm cutting currently. And I just go along and just point cut that. And again, if I'm taking more off, I will go and cut it straight and then go in and point cut it. But since I'm just doing the ends, this is how I just give myself a trim. And I just go along and do the same thing down the entire length of my hair. And again, I like it a little bit longer in the front, so I angle it down. And then I just do the same thing to the other side. And then in order to get the two back halves to match up so that one's not a little bit shorter than the other, I just part my hair slightly over and bring that over and make sure that area matches up. And then I do the same thing on the other side just to make sure it's nice and even. And then I do like to add some really long layers that are just about an inch shorter than the length of my hair. And all I do is on the side of my hair, I section it kind of up high and then comb that down. And then I just cut it at a slight angle, just like I did the length of my hair, just to get the same line that I cut in the length in the layers. And then just release that. And that just cuts a few of them a little bit shorter so that it gives my hair a little bit more volume at the bottom. And I do that completely around my head of hair to get long layers. And something important when I'm doing my layers is I just really pay attention to just get the top section of hair all the way around so that I have plenty of length and I'm not messing up the line of my hair on the length and having a chunk missing from it, that I go up high enough that the layers will just lay down and not mess up the underneath hair, which is the length of my hair. And I always check in the mirror and check the back of my hair looking into another mirror to make sure that the layers look right and that the length looks right. And then in the front section, you can just pull it down and make sure that everything is lining up and equal all the way around to where you can comfortably reach on your shoulders. And then for a little added volume at my crown area, I do go in and just again section off the very top part with my thumbs. And I just take a little bit, a thin layer all the way around the very top of the back section, and starting about here on my head and going back to the same place on the other side. And I just gather it all up, comb it up straight above my head, and point cut it so that it's all about the same length there, just a real thin layer that's shorter just to add a little bit of volume when I style my hair. I'll put a link to the video that I did on how I cut my bangs in the description box below in case you're interested at all in watching that as well. And I really don't do much else to my hair as far as cutting it since I am growing it out. I just like to have some long layers and then just a real thin band of slightly shorter layers on my back of my crown area just to add some volume. I would be curious how many of you cut your own hair at home as well. So if you do, please comment below and let me know if you guys have any other techniques that you use that you find really helpful. I'd love to hear. Thank you for watching.